So you're thinking of hiring a marketing agency to help you with your marketing for your accounting firm, but you have a few questions. And if you don't, you should have these 10 questions that I am going to answer for you in this video. So if you have a question of what it's like working with a marketing agency, feel free to leave that question in the comments below and I'll make sure I get to that and answer that question for you. Hey there, I'm Brighton, the Accountant Marketing Mentor, and I help accountants just like you simplify and elevate their marketing so they can grow their accounting, bookkeeping, and financial planning businesses. So if you're thinking of hiring a marketing agency or a marketing contractor, you likely have a few questions. And I'm gonna go through 10 FAQs, most frequently asked questions that I get as a marketing agency when I'm talking with my accounting firm clients and prospects. So let's go through one by one, and I will do my best to answer each question that you may be asking yourself while watching this video. So the first question is, what kind of results can we expect from working with a marketing agency? This is an interesting one, and especially with accountants being very much focused as a profession on perfection. That is your job. Your job is to know the numbers, get it right every single time. And when investing in marketing, I have found that it can definitely be a difficult thing for accountants to wrap their head around, that with marketing, there's no guaranteed ROI, ever. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you, there is no guaranteed outcome or measure that you are going to see. So let's get that out of the way right away. Even if somebody tells you, we guarantee that you're gonna get 50 new clients in the first 3 months, it's likely not gonna happen. However, what they should commit to you is a outline of performance, what work they're doing, and if there are any results and ROI that is captured through the marketing efforts that they have implemented for you, they should be documented and they should be presented to you on a consistent basis. So the expectations that you can have going into a marketing contract should be outlined at the beginning, and it should be focused around what are they going to be doing, and then how are they going to track and measure performance over that period of time. So there's no specific result that I would say would maybe be an outcome of working with an agency. However, they should give you a clear outline of what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be tracking their performance so that you can evaluate whether there is a direct ROI to the investment that you're making in your marketing. Second question is, how much involvement will we have in the marketing strategy and decision-making process? So I have clients on both ends of the spectrum here. I have clients that just want our team to take care of everything and they don't have to worry about a thing. They connect with us on quarterly meetings, they sit down, we get quarterly, it's 4 times a year, we're sitting down with that client and going through what the strategy is, what the performance is, what the outcomes are. There are other clients that want to be much more involved. So that ends up being typically, a monthly consulting call. We have ongoing communications with that client, and they have a little bit more involvement in decision-making and strategy, which is great. So it definitely depends, and it should depend on how involved you want to be. So I have clients that they don't want to do anything. I have other clients that want to be in the mix. They want to be in the dirt, getting dirty, getting some of the work done. So it's totally up to you, but you should outline that with your agency or your contractor, whoever you're going to be working with, up front, so that there's no, mismet expectations in the department of how much involvement you have as a firm in the marketing of your firm. Question 3 is, do marketing agencies specialize in certain industries or types of business? Yes, they do. And if you're an accounting firm, you should look for a marketing agency that specifies in marketing for accounting firms. At Heart Creative does, so if you want to have a conversation, we'd be happy to have a discussion with you to see if we are a fit for your marketing firm. But all you have to do is go to atheartcpa.com and book a discovery call with one of our team members, and we'd be happy to have that discussion with you. But yes, there are also agencies that do broad work They work in multiple different industries. I would be careful in that regard. The accounting space, like any industry, it has its nuances and it has its quirks. And if you don't have an agency that understands the ins and outs of that industry, you're likely missing out on an opportunity to be working with somebody that really knows their stuff and has had success with accounting firms similar to yours. So again, if you want to have a conversation with us, we'd be happy to have a conversation with you because we do specialize in marketing for accounting firms. Question 4, can a marketing agency help us improve our search engine rankings and online visibility? They better. They better be able to help you with search engine optimization, search engine rankings, and also your online presence. If they're not doing that, they're not a marketing agency in my opinion. SEO, or search engine optimization, or search engine rankings are an essential part to an overall digital marketing strategy. We have lots of tools and resources that allow us to help, especially in the local SEO side of things. So if somebody's searching for an accounting firm and they're in your city or in your neighborhood, you should be ranking high within that search. And then the other side of that is also just broad keyword search related rankings. So if somebody is, in a different city or a different country and they're Googling a certain type of specific service, you want that customer, you probably need to have specific keywords within your blogs, within your website, so that you rank at a certain level and hopefully on the first page of Google. The other thing is just your reputation online, making sure that you're on social media, making sure that you're sharing valuable content, and positioning yourself as a thought leader consistently is also incredibly important. So if a marketing agency is not going to help you do that, to me, they should not be a fit for your firm. So they should be able to get results with SEO and your reputation and visibility online. Okay, question number 5. What is the typical timeline for seeing results from a marketing campaign? It depends on the campaign. If it's a brand campaign, you may never actually understand or see specific results. So if you're, doing sponsorship on a baseball diamond and your logo is on the wall at a baseball field or in a hockey rink or something like that, or even on a billboard or a bus bench, you're likely not going to see a direct ROI on that investment. If you're doing something like pay-per-click, so you're doing advertising on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Google, you're going to see a more direct outcome and ROI of the investment that you've made in a pay-per-click campaign, an advertising campaign in that regard. But as a whole, what I say to my clients, and we actually have a clause within our agreement with our clients, is we have a 6-month minimum commitment. And if we are doing website building, brand story development, and strategy development within the first 60 to 90 days, we need that 60 to 90 day period in order to build the foundation to have a successful marketing campaign. And our goal with our clients is to start seeing results in that next 60 to 90 days. So if we have a 6-month period, half a year to build foundation and start seeing results, that is a baseline of kind of where we start to see that investment start to pay off, because we're approaching that campaign in a consistent manner and also have built the proper foundation in order to have success on the back end of that campaign. Question number 6, how will a marketing agency communicate progress and results to us? This is something that should be done consistently. We have quarterly meetings with our clients, and it is one of my favorite times of working with clients because we get to sit down, we get to review progress, and then we get to show them what we're going to be working on for the next quarter moving forward. If your firm is not doing this with you consistently, they should be, because it's their responsibility to show you what you're paying for and prove to you that your investment is actually turning into a return for your business. If they don't do that, my recommendation would be cut ties and find somebody that does, because unfortunately I've seen a lot of marketing agencies that just don't show results and they just take your money, and I really don't like that. So make sure that you find somebody that consistently communicates and sits down with you, talks about strategy, performance, and how to optimize your marketing as a whole. Question number 7 is, what kind of budget should we expect to allocate for a monthly marketing service? This is a very broad question, but I can tell you our packages range from $1,000 to upwards of $4,000 and above. It just depends on the amount of involvement and the size of the firm for that matter. So if we are working with a larger firm that's wanting to do organic content creation, video, podcasting, all that kind of stuff, you're going to be looking at $35,000 to $4,000 a month and above. And if you're just looking maybe for a newsletter, you can look at maybe $1,000 to $1,500 a month. And then everything in between, from website development, pay-per-click advertising, local SEO management, there's all that stuff in between. So on average, we're around $2,500 to $3,000 a month per accounting firm client. However, that number can fluctuate depending on the amount of service that they would like to receive from our marketing firm. Question number 8 is, will we be assigned a dedicated account manager or point of contact at the agency? And yes, you should. You should have a specific person who is accountable for your account. And if you don't, that is incredibly frustrating. You don't know who to go to if you have a question. You don't know who to go to if you have a problem. You don't know who to go to if you have an idea for a campaign. So if you don't have a specific person at an agency, it's pretty tough to be able to work with that agency. At Heart, we absolutely make sure that you have a dedicated person associated with your account. So if you have any issues, questions, or ideas, you can go directly to them and get that situation solved. So question number 9, how does the agency approach developing content for our business, such as blog posts or social media updates? I can speak for At Heart Creative in the sense that what we do from a blog content and social media content perspective is we approach things in 2 ways. The first approach is the approach that we take with the vast majority of our clients. And I'll dig into this a little bit deeper, but what we do is we create content as if we're creating it for a single accounting firm. And then we share that content across all of our accounting firm sites and social media pages. The reason we do this is because if we were to create organic original content for every single accounting firm, we would have to charge significantly higher prices on a monthly basis in order to get that work done as organic content for every single firm. However, the common question that comes up with doing that is, well, how do I stand out from any other accounting firm? My answer to them is, if you are an accounting firm, let's say in Austin, Texas, as an example, we only work with one firm in Austin, Texas. We don't work with multiple firms in that area. So our strategy, our approach, our best practices are being followed for one firm in Austin, Texas, and our competition is every other firm in Austin, Texas. We don't take on multiple firms in the same area because if we feel there's a bit of a conflict of interest in that we're at competition with our own clients. So we don't do that. What we want to make sure is that the content that we're creating is relevant and engaging for your clients and your target audience. And what we end up doing is making sure that we create those articles, that social media content, that it fits all the firms. There is some leeway and some specific opportunities. If there's a promotion or an event going on for a specific client, then we can create some specific, unique content around that. But the vast majority of the content that's thought leadership based, we create en masse and share it with our clients en masse. And it allows our clients to be able to be in a position where they're not having to pay a higher price tag to have that content created in-house or by a specialty individual. The second approach that we take is doing organic original content, but that's at our higher level package. And we actually base that off of either a video series like the one I'm doing right now or a podcast. So if you wanted to host a podcast or a video series for your accounting firm, then what you could do is we help you facilitate and record that series, and then we take that content, we break it down, create a blog, create a podcast, create a video, create shorts, create short clips for LinkedIn, for social media, and then we'll also create little graphics and quotes based on the content that's within that video or that podcast. And then we take that content and put it in your social media. So that ends up being organic content. Those are the 2 ways that we go about it. Every marketing agency is a little bit different, but that's how we approach things, just to make sure that we can offer the best price, the best value to our accounting firm clients. And finally, question number 10, will the agency provide regular reporting on key performance indicators or KPIs that track success and ROI? They should. So like I said earlier, we have quarterly meetings with our clients and we ensure that we have kind of our benchmarks for what industry standard is, kind of where we're trying to meet from a cost per acquisition or a click-through rate on pay-per-click advertising as an example. And we are transparent with the performance over the last quarter. Then we talk about if we're not meeting those marks, then what are the actions that we're taking the next quarter in order to meet that. We do that on a quarterly basis. If our clients ever have any questions about how things are performing throughout the quarter, we make sure to kind of give them those specific updates based on what they're looking for. But as a whole, we have quarterly updates. We sit down, we have a strategy session, talk about performance, talk about what's next, and gives the client an opportunity to air out any questions or any concerns about their marketing campaigns. I hope this video answered a few of your frequently asked questions about what it would be like to hire a marketing agency for your accounting firm. And if you're interested in more content just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell so you never miss a video. We post one every single week, specifically helping accounting firms with their marketing.